Ever since I was a child I have had this instinctive urge for expansion and growth. To me, the function and duty of a quality human being is the sincere and honest development of one's potential. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. If you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you'll never get it done. Make at least one definite move daily toward your goal. Love is like a friendship caught on fire. In the beginning a flame, very pretty, often hot and fierce, but still only light and flickering. As love grows older, our hearts mature and our love becomes as coals, deep, burning and unquenchable. If you always put limit on everything you do, physical or anything else, it will spread into your work and into your life. There are no limits. There are only plateaus, and you must not stay there, you must go beyond them. Always be yourself, express yourself, have faith in yourself. Do not go out and look for a successful personality and duplicate it. Choose the positive. You have choice, you are master of your attitude, choose the positive, the constructive. Optimism is a faith that leads to success. If you want to learn to swim, jump into the water. On dry land no frame of mind is ever going to help you. Know the difference between a catastrophe and an inconvenience. To realize that it's just an inconvenience, that it is not a catastrophe, but just an unpleasantness, is part of coming into your own, part of waking up. To spend time is to pass it in a specified manner. To waste time is to expend it thoughtlessly or carelessly. We all have time to either spend or waste, and it is our decision what to do with it. But once passed, it is gone forever. Self-knowledge involves relationship. To know oneself is to study oneself in action with another person. Relationship is a process of self-evaluation and self-revelation. Relationship is the mirror in which you discover yourself. To be is to be related. Life itself is your teacher, and you are in a state of constant learning. Reality is apparent when one ceases to compare. There is what is only when there is no comparison at all, and to live with what is to be peaceful. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man. But sooner or later the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. Notice that the stiffest tree is most easily cracked, while the bamboo or willow survives by bending with the wind. Many people dedicate their lives to actualizing a concept of what they should be like, rather than actualizing themselves. This difference between self-actualization and self-image actualization is very important. Most people live only for their image. The athlete who is building muscles through weight training should be very sure to work adequately on speed and flexibility at the same time. In combat, without the prior attributes, a strong man will be like the bull with its colossal strength futilely pursuing the matador, or like a low-geared truck chasing a rabbit. If you always put limits on what you can do, physical or anything else, it'll spread over into the rest of your life. It'll spread into your work, into your morality, into your entire being. There are no limits. There are plateaus, but you must not stay there, you must go beyond them. If it kills you, it kills you. A man must constantly exceed his level. Life is better lived than conceptualized. This writing can be less demanding should I allow myself to indulge in the usual manipulating game of role creation. Fortunately for me, my self-knowledge has transcended that, and I've come to understand that life is best to be lived, not to be conceptualized. If you have to think, you still do not understand. Fear comes from uncertainty. We can eliminate the fear within us when we know ourselves better. As the great Sun Tzu said, when you know yourself and your opponent, you will win every time. When you know yourself but not your opponent, you will win one and lose one. However, when you do not know yourself or your opponent, you will be imperiled every time. The great mistake is to anticipate the outcome of the engagement. You ought not to be thinking of whether it ends in victory or defeat. Let nature take its course, and your tools will strike at the right moment. The world is full of people who are determined to be somebody or to give trouble. They want to get ahead, to stand out. Such ambition has no use for a gung-fu man, who rejects all forms of self-assertiveness and competition. One should be in harmony with, not in opposition to, the strength and force of the opposition. This means that one should do nothing that is not natural or spontaneous. The important thing is not to strain in any way. Defeat is a state of mind. No one is ever defeated until defeat has been accepted as a reality. Do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. Learning is never cumulative, it is a movement of knowing which has no beginning and no end. A fight is not won by one punch or kick. Either learn to endure or hire a bodyguard. Don't get set into one form, adapt it and build your own, and let it grow. Be like water. Don't fear failure. Not failure, but low aim, is the crime. In great attempts it is glorious even to fail. The knowledge and skills you have achieved are meant to be forgotten so you can float comfortably in emptiness, without obstruction. Subscribe to this channel for more amazing content and see this video flashing on your screen.